Welcome back everybody to beautiful Haulover Inlet and Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. I'm your host Broncos Guru in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back at the inlet, and it's going to be an interesting day. We've got some rough conditions, especially in the inlet, and it's going to be interesting to see how our captains fare as they step into the ring to do battle with Haulover. And let's go ahead and move into our first round, where we're going to have a BELZONA stepping into the ring. And man, this doesn't look good right up front. This crew's just coming out entirely too slow, and they stop it! They don't even really get going, and they've stuffed it multiple times. This is like the early bringing of Thanksgiving this boat's giving us right now with the amount of stuffing they're bringing to the table. But maybe they'll hit the throttle a little bit, but it doesn't look like it. Our crew appears to be just fine, kind of moseying out the inlet and not really getting much done here other than getting the free Haulover deck rents. But let me know your thoughts on this pass as well. I'm curious to see how you feel these guys did. I mean, obviously we know they stuffed it, but it doesn't look like they were really trying either. I mean, for whatever reason, they're just taking their sweet time coming out of Haulover, but they're going to take a loss for the boats here in the first round. Let's see if our second round competitor can have a little more luck as they try and make their way out of Haulover Inlet. And they get popped pretty good right up front, but this crew's got the boat just barely up on plane, and it looks like they're going to work their way out. I'm not quite sure what vessel this is. Let me know in the comments below if you can identify this. At my first glance, I thought it was an older Sea Fox, but it's not quite rounded enough to be that vessel, so I'm pretty sure that's definitely not it, but I can't quite put my finger on exactly what it is. But this crew seems to be doing okay coming out of the inlet. They're not doing anything crazy, but they're going the right pace and doing the right things for a vessel in this size, especially with the type of conditions they're facing today. I mean, it's a rough day. Most boats are going to take a pounding. These guys are trying to make it as easy on themselves as they can, and they're going to make it out of the inlet without any issues, and they're going to take a win for the boats in this round. And that'll bring us into our third round, tied at 1 apiece, and let's see how our next captain fares. And here we're going to have an ocean runner making its way out of Haulover. I see a few things going on here though. Obviously it's tough to tell from this angle, but there are people in the bow of the boat. So they're trying to move them back, and we had a kid in the bow of the boat without a life jacket, so it's probably a good idea to move them back. But Mom appears to be struggling right here. There's another kid in the bow. So Mom's trying to hold on to another kid. I don't see a life jacket on this kid either. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here and why Cap thought this was a good idea to have the family in the bow of the boat. I mean, it's a rough day. This is definitely not a choice I would have made, but every captain makes their own decisions. Here though, we do have a breaking of the rules. We do not allow kids in the bow of the boat coming through Haulover Inlet without a life jacket on, and it looks like both these kids that were in the bow did not, and I'm gonna have to give this vessel a loss just based on that. And for some reason here, it appears Mom's even stopped trying to move. She's kind of just relinquished to Haulover, that she's just going to try and hold her kid right where they're at. This is going to take us into our fourth round, and Haulover's going to have the early 2-1 lead. Let's see if the boats can make a comeback. And here we go. We actually do have a Sea Fox this time, making its way out of Haulover. And this vessel looked pretty good so far. They actually look like they've got the right pace going. They've got all the crew in the back of the boat, and they are doing things the way it should be done down here at Haulover. It's a rough day, but these guys are letting the boat slice its way through the waves, taking some soft landings, and letting everybody kind of stay more relaxed in the back of the boat. And Captain's approach here looks pretty solid. I mean, overall, it's a rough day. No vessel's really going to come out of here and just have a smooth way out today. Haulover's just not going to let that happen, but this crew's doing about as good as they can in the conditions they're facing, and I'm going to go ahead and give this boat the win in the fourth round. And that'll take us into our fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece. Who will take the win in this episode? Will it be the boats or Haulover Inlet? And here we've got a little Key West making its way out of Haulover, and they're even coming down the middle, which is a little strange. On a vessel like this, you really want to hug the north or the south side of the inlet, kind of give yourself the best opportunity of success. And we're going to get a little wake thrown in the mix here as well. Our crew's doing pretty good. He's keeping the bow up, and they're going to even make it through the wake. And quite surprisingly, they're going to sneak out the north side of the inlet, and they're going to take a win for the boats, and the boats are going to take a win in this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.